National Jarrow Bank Scottish Basketball Cup final. In fact, it's an action replay of last year's final. Team from Falkirk, team from Edinburgh. We'll get an update right away on the score from our commentators Russ Saunders, and first we hear from Mike Maddox.
Well, it couldn't be closer here because the scores are locked together at 43 points each, and it's been a tremendous final so far, with first one side, then the other taking the initiative. That puts Murray International in the white strip into the lead at 44 points to 43. Remember, they lost the trophy last season to Falkirk, and so they're trying desperately to get it back today. They have been the team that everybody has wanted to beat so far this season, and Falkirk have almost done that. They took the lead just before the half-time to lead 34 points to 32, and it's been as close as that all the way. Well, as we said, it couldn't be closer. Terry Mangum scores 2 points for Falkirk, and with me today is Russ Saunders, the player coach to Team Glasgow, who are currently leading the Scottish National League. What a pedigree he has too. The most valuable player in the English League in 1983, most valuable player in the Mexican Summer League in 82, 83 and 84. Russ, your team went out to Murray International in the semi-finals after having the honour of being the first team to beat them in the league for 5 years. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Well, so far it's been a real exciting game, with Falkirk being able to control the tempo of the game. They've slowed it down to the pace that they would like to play. And right now, Murray's trying to pick up the pace and make it a faster game where they play much better.
Well, there's 2 more points for Falkirk, and down at the other end, 2 for Murray. The crowd's on its feet here at the Coasters Arena. It's a charging foul. The basket is awarded, and it makes the score Falkirk 47, Murray International of Edinburgh 46. We have just under 14 minutes of the game remaining, and a tremendous final here at the Coasters. Bringing the ball up there, Bobby Kinzer across to Derek Pope, the two leading players in the Falkirk offence. There's Kinzer, he scores 2. So Bobby Kinzer, the captain of B&D Windows Falkirk, gets 14 points in the game for him, and what a valuable contribution he's made so far.
Yes, Bobby's really been playing well today. You can look in his eyes and see he wants this game. This is the best I've seen Bobby play in quite some time. He's really enthused about this game today.
Well, of course, he's psyched up, as is everyone in this Coasters Arena, by the Falkirk crowd. And what a tremendous din they're making here too. Well, there's a violation off the ball. That was it's over, and it means that Falkirk get possession, as Murray lost it there with 13 minutes and 6 seconds in the ball game remaining. 49 to 46. Falkirk lead.
That was excellent defense by Falkirk right there. And now they need to get a good shot off. The crowd is behind them. If they score here, they'll put a lot of pressure on Murray.
Well, there's the shot going up off the ring and taken by Derek Henderson. And away come Edinburgh, Alton Bird. Across to Alan Tate, and 2 points for Alan Tate.
That's the man that they need to start hitting jump shots. He struggled early in the first half, but if he can continue to hit his shot, he will help Murray.
Well, Alan Tate, who has been shooting tremendously well of late, he's up to 13 points in the game. There's Derek Pope trying to weave his way through, and does. Excellent footwork from Derek Pope. Number 14 for Falkirk makes 51 to 48, and that's his 16th point. So 51-48 is the score. 12 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock, and we have a classic final once again between these two fabulous sides. A steal by Terry Mangum, and Russ. The speeding up process that you were talking about just isn't materialising at all for Murray International.
No, that's because Falkirk's running a good offense, and they're taking their time and they're hitting their shots. And right now, Terry Magnum is doing an excellent job on defense on Roughton Way.
That's Stevie Hoffman putting 2 more on the board for Falkirk. and they've gone 5 points clear now, and I imagine we'll be having a timeout called any time by Joel Fanari, the coach to Murray International. Alan Tate on the ball into Foggin, but there's a foul called, and that's against number 9, Steve Hoffman of Falkirk. That's for the push. Takes the ball to the sideline, and Murray ball in the hands of Alton Bird. Bird, the general, looks for Tate. It's Rolton Way. Banks it off the glass for 2 points. Takes the Edinburgh side into the 50s, 53 to 50 now. Falkirk lead. Just over 11 minutes remaining. Rolton Way. Ross, he had a disastrous first half, Rolton Way. No points whatsoever. Come up with 7 so far in the second period.
Yes, that's very unusual for Rolton not to score, but he's such a good player. I look for him to do well this second half.
Derek Pope scores 2. And there, as we anticipated, is the timeout called by Joel Fanari, the coach of Murray International. The score, 57 points to 50, and P&D Windows are motoring now. This is Kevin Cadle, the coach to Falkirk.
That's the main thing. Remember last time out. All right? Remember what happened on the last time out? All right, we got to get ourselves going. Yo, we're going out this time. We're going to pick up man-to-man. All right, pick up man-to-man. Flag it in. Pressure on the ball. Everybody else help. Okay? Huh? I got help picks on me. Okay, let's give some help then. Let's give some help. Hey, we're doing the job. Let's go, baby. Yo, hey, let's go, baby. Victory for victory's sake. Let's go.
Well, Russ Saunders, then 57 points to 50, and we've got 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Now, Murray in trouble. What would you do if you were Joel Fanari?
Well, Murray has to come down right now and run a good offense and try to take the crowd out of the game, because if they don't score right here, the crowd is going to pick up even louder, and it's going to force Falkirk to play even better.
Well, that basket of Derek Pope's that almost brought the rings down on top of him was his 20th point in the game. That was Bobby Archibald, and there's Sam Foggin, the big man, 6'9" tall, who scores 2 points, 52-57, and we're at the three-quarter mark now in this game, just under 10 minutes to go. Foggin up to 18 points. So the big guns are really firing on all sides so far. That's Pope, Hoffman, and an interception by Foggin. That'll do Murray the power of good. Alton Bird. He's blocked out all the way, and now here's Pope, but the whistle's gone, and it looks as if it was a foul by Alton Bird.
That was an excellent defensive play by Bobby. He never left his feet. He was able to block Alton's shot. So Alton Bird picks up his first foul. And it's all Falkirk at the moment. Pope. Cross on the far side with the shot that goes around the ring and out was number 6, Jim Morrison. Off the hands of Falkirk player over the sideline. So 52-57 is the score, and Falkirk lead with just over 9 minutes of this National Gyrobank Scottish Cup final remaining. Alan Tate scores 2, and that is exactly what his coach was looking for, because in the first half he was very, very quiet indeed. Just 6 points, but now he's up to 15 in the game, and Alan Tate, who has inspired Murray of late, now coming into the match. This is Pope. Hoffman, 2 points. And 59-54 is the score. P&D Windows of Falkirk leading.
Just under 8.5 minutes remain. Now, Russ, we expected with the form of recent games that the Edinburgh side would be really the masters in this game. What do you think has brought Falkirk to such a high peak?
Well, I think Kevin has prepared his team really well for the game today, and Murray's shooting has let them down a little bit, but they seem to be warming up right now.
Well, they certainly are. It's 59 to 56 now. That shot by Alan Tate goes in, takes him up to 17 in the game, and fouled in the act of shooting, should go to the free throw line to shoot one bonus. And we got a tremendous atmosphere here at the Coasters Arena as Alan Tate stands at the line and the crowd comes to life. But that's the signal for the Edinburgh crowd to rise, because there's just 2 points between the sides now. 57 to Murray, 59 to P&B. And Bobby Kinzer to Derek Pope. The ball in the hands of the red and yellow of Falkirk. Mangum. Turnaround jump shot off the glass, not straight. And now here comes Bird, the chance to tie it up for Murray. To his captain, Bobby Archibald. But they slow it down. Bird, cross to Tate. Bird again. There's Foggin. Foggin, and the 2 points go in the hoop. Didn't see exactly who put that one away, but it was Foggin, we believe. We get that confirmed. 20 points for him in the game. 59-59 it is. And Falkirk the holders against Murray International, the previous holders. There's Bobby Kinzer. It's tight in there, but we have a foul. That was a foul by number 10, Bobby Archibald, who in fact was given the points down at the other end. That's his third foul in the game. 5 fouls and he takes no further part, and he's Mr. Aggression in the Edinburgh side. Trying to find a way through this tight defence. Steve Hoffman almost lost it. Hoffman with a 3-point attempt, scores 3 points, and that shot taken from outside the blue line gives Steve Hoffman his first 3-pointer of the game.
If he continues to shoot like that, he's going to give Murray a lot of trouble. He's a key figure for Falkirk as far as scoring.
Well, another steal there by Falkirk with just 6.5 minutes remaining now, makes it 62-59. And they're giving a superb account of themselves. Very few people thought that they would repeat last year's tremendous performance when they won the Scottish Cup for the first time. Derek Pope shoots it off the glass. And they're here to prove most people wrong. 64-59 now, and Alton Bird there with the ball must have a few problems.
Yes, in the first half he was scoring really well, but he hasn't taken a shot so far. There he goes for one.
Well, that was Alton Bird in the spin around, and out it came. His side trails by 5. Bobby Kinzer's going to mix it inside, and does. Vintage Special K.
Kinzer has been playing excellent today. He's really excited the crowd with some of the moves, and he's had some great dunk shots. But the key to Falkirk right now is they're only giving Murray one shot. They're getting a rebound when they're missed.
Well, 5 points then. Now as Foggin scores 2 at the other end, and Kinzer 16 points, but a tremendous captain's example he has set today for his side. Now Pope gets in on the act, and Archibald cleans up the backboards. Bird, 5'8" in the big men's land.
That was an excellent play by Alton. He changed direction and he avoided the charge and made a nice shot off the backboard.
And the timeout called, this time by the P&B coach Kevin Cadle. 4:57 left on the clock. The score: Falkirk 66, Murray International 63. This is Joel Fenari of Murray.
Okay, we got to get in their face. That's number one. Also, watch Magnum now to look to take the ball to the hoop. Watch Magnum to look to take it to the hoop. Hey, if we run swing or if we run high one or low one, we're going to get something along the baseline to our big people. All right? Guys, we got 5 minutes to go. No time to worry about anything. Just play hard defense. Good hard D now down there. Make sure we bop. Don't turn and go to the basket on a shot. Get the ball out quick, whether it be a turnover, a basket, get it out quick and let's push it up. All right? Come on, talk. Come on.
1, 2, 3.
That was a good timeout by Joe. He wants his team to play harder on defense and put a hand up when the offensive man is shooting. And he's telling them to get the rebound, to start the fast break, and to run the ball on the baseline to get it to Sam and Roughton down low.
Well, there we see that pressure defense from the Murray International side. And it means now, surely, that Falkirk have got to just take their time and control the ball, because while, of course, they have possession, then Murray can't get down the other end of the score. But there's just 3 points between the sides. Bobby Kinzer with possession, feeds inside to Pope, and it's checked. But the basket is given because Rolton Way played the ball whilst on its downward flight above the level of the ring. 2 points for Derek Pope. He's up to 24 in the game, and it's 68-63 now. Less than 4.5 remain on the clock as the Edinburgh side try to get back the trophy they'd had for themselves for the previous 3 years. There's a foul called against Bobby Kinzer for the push there. That's his 4th foul. And that spells danger for Falkirk.
Yes, Falkirk can't afford to lose Bobby at this stage in the game, so he has to play very smart right now and not get any more fouls or he's out of the game.
Well, I hope that Bobby can control himself there as the rebound's taken by Jim Morrison, because when Bobby Kinzer's high, the whole side is high. And without Kinzer out there leading them, they might find that Murray can come from behind and steal this game. It's 68-63. Less than 4 minutes on the game clock. Mangum. Almost stolen, but Hoffman picks it up. Pope puts the shot up and in.
Derek Pope is having an excellent second half right now, and he's really dictating the game for Falkirk.
And the rebound taken by Hoffman at the other end. It's 7 points now between the sides. Murray 63, B&D 70. 3 minutes just over as Mangum is fouled by Alan Tate. That's Alan Tate, number 8 for the Murray side. There he is, that's his 4th foul. So we've got Kinzer, one of the key players for Falkirk. We've got Tate, one of the key players for Murray, both on 4 fouls. Now Pope and Hoffman and Mangum. They're playing possession ball now. They must take a shot within 30 seconds of getting possession. There's just 10 left on the shot clock. And there's Pope, and what a pass! What a pass by Kinzer.
Pass from Bobby. That was an excellent pass. Derek made a nice cut to the basket, and Bobby seen him and made a great pass. Derek is really playing well. He's the key right now. Murray's starting to rush their shots. They're panicking a little bit. They need to take their time.
Well, it's panic, and we've got a timeout now called by Murray. They're trailing by 70 points to 63. Just 2:43 remaining. That's the Murray bench, and it'll be frantic in there at the moment. Their coach, Joe Fenari.
Time on the offensive end now. We can't spend a lot of that time. Got to get to the board, see if we can get the rebound if we miss the shot. Down here, we got to pressure them and go for the ball now. All right, let's go.
Fenari wants his team to run the ball up the court and take the first open shot they can get.
Well, the leading scorers in the game so far, Derek Pope for Falkirk has 26 and Sam Foggin for Edinburgh has 20. And at the free throw line is Derek Pope. 1 point for that free shot. So Pope at the free throw line there, 6 foot 6 inches tall, 23 years old, from the University of Montana. Scores his second. And Russ, I believe that Derek Pope used to play for your team, Glasgow.
Yes, he did, and he's a great player, but it was unfortunate that we had 3 good players, and he was the one that went to Falkirk. That was a great shot from Sam. That's 3 points right there, and they need 2 more of those.
And it's not very often you see a 6 foot 9 inch player, the tallest man on court, taking a 3-pointer from what looked to be about 22, 23 feet away from the hoop.
Yeah, Sam's a very versatile player. He can score from all over.
Well, it's 72 to 66, and we've got just over 2 minutes of the game remaining. Kinzer and Pope. Mangum comes round. Hoffman, shot clock's going down once again. They must get the shot up very quickly. Forced up by Kinzer. Taken, and Alton Bird comes away for Murray. He's going all the way. And we have a conflict here between Alton Bird, number 13 of Murray International at 5 foot 9, and Derek Pope at 6 foot 6.
That's not really necessary in basketball. I think we're losing our heads a little bit because of the situation of the ball game. Both teams need to calm down and just play good basketball.
Well, of course, it is the cup final. It's 72 to 68. Falkirk leading. Bird is on a high. He's driving his side to try to get back into this game. And 4 points between the sides. 1:48 remain in the game. The full pressure now being felt by the Falkirk offense. Derek Pope brings the ball up. And this crowd absolutely thunderous here at the Coasters Arena. Kinzer. Pope again. Morrison to Mangum, and they're playing the clock once more. 6 seconds left. They must get the shot fairly quickly. Mangum puts it up and in.
That was a big shot by Terry. They really needed that basket. It puts a lot of pressure on Murray.
And the rebound taken. It's number 15. That looks like Terry Mangum. It's on the arm. Now then, was it on its way in or was it not? No, the referee signals sideline ball. And Mangum collects his 3rd foul. And the pressure now really on. 68 to 74. Alton Bird. And Foggin with a long-range shot. Forced it. It's taken by Falkirk. And Morrison.
That might spell the ball game right there.
Good play by Morrison. Here's Kinzer. And there's a foul.
That was a great play by Bobby, but unfortunately that's his 5th foul. It's only 49 seconds left in the game. Now we can see if Falkirk can hold the game.
There seems to be a difference of opinion between the two officials. Let's just see that one again.
Bobby goes to the basket. Alton has position, and he draws Bobby's 5th foul, but they give Bobby the basket. So that puts Falkirk up 8 points with only 49 seconds to go.
Well, what a tremendous situation we have here. 48 seconds left on the shot clock, on the game clock. It's 76 because the basket was awarded. He'd let go of the ball, and we have the 17 foul marker up against Falkirk, which means that a defensive foul, which he just called when he let go of the ball, is penalised by the awarding of a 1-on-1 situation, which means that Alton Bird will be going to the free throw line. There he is, the showman, doing his boot up while he's being spoken to by his coach. But Alton Bird goes to the line, shooting a 1-on-1. If he scores the first, he gets the second, and he gets 1 point each. And then if he misses it, it's play on as normal. So 8 points between the sides. Falkirk leading, 48 seconds on the clock. 1 point for Alton Bird. And dare we say it, that Alton Bird has not missed from the free throw line so far. He scores once more, so Alton Bird successful with all of his shots. And now at 70-66, it'll be Falkirk wanting to hang on, and hang on is just what happens there. Sam Foggin.
That was an intentional foul by Sam. I think he should have 2 shots.
Or have they called intentional? Yes, they have called intentional, but Falkirk are opting to take sideline possession, which is the option they can take.
Falkirk just have to hang on the ball now for 30 seconds, and the game should be theirs. Derek's a good ball handler.
And it's hell for leather out there, because without the ball, Murray International cannot do anything. The 5th foul by Alan Tate. Alan Tate, number 8, goes out of the game. And the Coasters Arena is alive with this thunderous roar from the Falkirk crowd. So what a wonderful cup final this has been again, as Falkirk, defending the trophy which they won last year, were underdogs. I think it's only fair to say, Russ, they were the underdogs rated by everybody, including yourself.
Yes, I thought Murray would pull this game out considering the form they have been in. But you must give credit to Falkirk for the way they came out and played today.
Well, there is another foul committed, this time by the new man, Graham Hill, who came in. And of course, what they've got to do then, Murray have got to stop this clock. The ball comes in, Derek Pope takes it, and he's fouled once more, Archibald.
I'm really disappointed in the sportsmanship that Murray is showing right now, and I thought they were a class team, and they should play much better than this. They should show more sportsmanship.
Right, this time then, it looks as if Derek Pope is going to the free throw line.
I would have to say Derek Pope would be my man of the match.
Well, we said it at the other end, we'll say it again. Derek Pope hasn't missed from the line so far. One more point for him. He relaxes and misses. So 77-70 it is. Alton Bird with a 3-point attempt. Kept in. No, it's not. It's a foot out. A foot out by number 7, Graham Hill. So Falkirk get the ball from the side. The clock ticking away, and they can't afford to leave it running. Alton Bird. And no, in fact, it's called a charging foul. I thought Alton Bird had fouled then. No, it was a charging foul.
That was an offensive foul by Morrison.
So, from the sideline, Edinburgh ball. 22 seconds, a 3-point attempt from Bobby Archibald. No good, taken by Way, but knocked out of his hands over the end line. Foggin with a 3-point attempt. Oh, they're all hanging on to it there. Archibald, and oh, so nearly won, but lost. Archibald with what must have been a 40-footer. That ball's in the air, everybody hanging on to it, and the clock ticks away, and that's the end of the game. The National Gyrobank Scottish Cup stays in the hands of P&D Windows Falkirk. This crowd erupts here at the Coasters Arena. Wonderful achievement by Falkirk to retain the trophy they won for the first time last season. Russ Saunders, what a game.
I'm very pleased for Falkirk because they've been through a lot of troubles over the last few weeks, and they showed a lot of character to come out here and play the way they did today. I think that's a championship well deserved. Kevin Cato really took his team and got them together for this game. I'm really pleased for them.
Well, thanks, Russ. And it makes us breathless up here in the commentary box, because all around us are the fabulous Falkirk fans. And Bobby Kinser there acknowledges the wonderful support that he's received today. The score 77 points to 70. Tremendous performance by the Falkirk side. They were written off early on particularly when the Edinburgh side went into the lead just before half-time, but back they came and in tremendous fashion took this Scottish Cup. The point scorers, as the Falkirk fans celebrate, Sam Foggin scored 25 for Moray International, 20 points for Alton Bird, 16 for Alan Tate, and Rolton Way, a very disappointing 7 points for him. But the players coming in for their trophy, that's the captain of Moray number 10, that was Bobby Archibald. The losers' medals being presented now by Mr. Bill McGuinness, the chairman of the Scottish Basketball Association. And the points for Falkirk, Derek Pope, 30 points for him. Bobby Kinzer, 18, as Alton Bird receives his memento. Alton, 20 points. Looks disappointed. He thought he was coming to get this trophy today, but he can try again next week, because Moray International are finalists in the Anglo-Scottish Cup next Sunday in Leicester, when they take on the winners of today's Manchester United against Manchester Giants semi-final. So Pope the leader for Falkirk, Kinzer with 18. We had Hoffman on 13 and Terry Mangum on 11. Jim Morrison 4 and John Duncan 2. So all the medals presented, and now the Scottish Cup will go to Bobby Kinzer, the captain of P&D Windows, who once again, the play acting still goes on. He receives the Scottish Cup from Mr. Bill McGuinness, the chairman of the Scottish Basketball Association, holds it aloft, and that's Bobby Kinzer, the captain of P&D Windows Falkirk. Also takes the National Gyrobank Trophy from Mr. Brian Cassidy, the general manager of the National Gyrobank Scotland. Bobby Kinzer, the captain, P&D Windows, the victors in this National Gyrobank Scottish Cup final. The score, P&D Windows Falkirk 77, Moray International Metals of Edinburgh 70.
Well, the big smile on Bobby Kinzer's face tells you the full story. Well done, P&D Windows. The commentators there were Mike Maddox and Russ Saunders. Don't go away, though.
And Falkirk beating Edinburgh in the Scottish Cup.